Okay, welcome to yet another trade recap video, and we're doing this one after a few weeks of gap. This was partially because of change of strategy, so I've been kind of monitoring, trying to understand and evaluate a new strategy which I will be focusing on going forward. So it's basically based on the 1 hour time frame, so it'll be a CRT on the 1 hour time frame, and then it will be zooming in on the 1 minute time frame to make an entry into the trade, and that will be based on the change of play. What was it? I'm trying to remember the exact term, but it'll come to me and I'll explain that to you. So based on that, today, first focus was on this one because the setting that we have on the charts is that a yellow candle is a displacement candle. So if a CRT candle is also a displacement candle, that makes it all that much more interesting and profitable for us for two reasons. One, it's easy to spot. As you can see, the yellow candles are very easily visible to the eye because the other candles are either green or red. And so we draw out the CRT levels on that 1 hour candle, and then we make our entry into the trade based on the 1 minute time frame. So this was the only CRT candle that appeared, which was also a displacement candle, and this happened in the third hour of the London session. So now zooming in to the 1 minute time frame, as you can see here, we had a few attempts that didn't result into anything profitable. First one was here in the fourth hour of the London session, resulting in a loss, and then again during the fifth hour, and then subsequently the first hour of New York and the second hour of New York, and also the third hour of New York. Actually, the third hour of New York we actually entered, and it ended up being a loss. But the first and second hour, it didn't get triggered. So here the concept is a little bit different from what we did before. Previously we would buy at limit level. It would be a limit order, but now it's a buy stop order. So we're buying at a latter stage rather than at an earlier stage in the price run, if that makes sense. So here, this was the third loss, first, second, third, just on this pair, and then nothing kind of materialized, so we had to let go of this particular pair. GBP, JPY, same situation. Also, there was no displacement candle. Now, the pound euro candle, pound USD, was a really good one. As you can see, we were trading off the displacement candle from yesterday, which happened during the New York session. So, and also this CRT hadn't been mitigated. When I say mitigated, I mean it hadn't reached the 50% level. So that means it's still fair play. So if a CRT candle hits the 50% level and then retreats to a further below level when it's a buy candle, when it's a buy order, we don't take it into account because it has already reached 50% level, of course. If there is another CRT candle further down, that's a different story. But we won't trade off this CRT because it has already reached the 50% level, or it has already mitigated at 50% level. So that's why this trade was on, and so we were just looking at a good entry level. So initially nothing was going on, and then during the New York session we entered quite nicely. Again, this incurred a loss as well, and so we had to go down a little bit more and then take this trade with a stop loss of 6.5 and then aiming for 50% level. But somehow the trade wasn't closed, and when it shot up, we were actually let go of at the full range of CRTs, so the 100% level, which is fantastic. As for the other trades. Aussie, we didn't place any trades. Aussie USD. NZ, we did, and there was a loss, unfortunately. This would have been a sweet one as well. It did hit the full range of the CRT candle. However, we were too focused on the pound USD, and unfortunately we couldn't enter at the right time. This would have yielded a huge amount, 5.59 at the very least. So yeah, 5.59 to the 50% level, and then another one, let's say 7 point something at the 75% level. So usually what I've noticed is our targets should be, first target should be the 50% level, and then the second should be 75% level. And then if we find that the 100% level is very likely to be hit, then we can also attach a TP3 or a take profit number 3. However, that's not going to be very often. We want to have more consistent, profitable trades in our portfolio. So we'll just target TP1, which is 50%, and TP2, which is 75%. Also, if you look at USD CAD, we missed it just for the same reason as we missed the NZ. This was another sweet one, hitting all the way. So again, it covered the full range of the displacement CRT candle of today, and also the 50% level of the 2 displacement candles of yesterday. So this is an interesting point. If we have 2 back-to-back CRT candles, which are also displacement candles, then we can treat them as one, and then take the full range of the pair. And then naturally 50% would be somewhere in between the two, and that's how it was here. So we could have taken that, and this would have yielded an incredible 15 RR. And unfortunately I missed that, so this is how it was. And so yeah, this is how it is for now, and I'm glad I've kind of discovered this strategy, and I'm gonna move on henceforth with it with full energy and full dedication, inshallah, God willing. It should yield something very, very sizable. I'm extremely optimistic. And so just before we close out this video, I just want to show you the P&L for today. So there were one that was pound NZ, and then which I closed out at a nominal level of loss, which was about 50%, 0.5%, I should say. Normally it's 1% risk. And then so there was €1 JPY, second, third, and then one NZ USD, £1 USD, and then the second one was the one that gave us that huge profit. So overall we are in profit by a fairly sizable amount. We started the day at 520 or thereabouts, and we're ending at 564. So thankfully it's been a great day, and I look forward to more regular trade recap videos highlighting my trades based on this newfound strategy, which is CRT coupled with displacement. This is the key. CRT with displacement at the 1 hour level. The reason I want to focus on the 1 hour level is because it's easier to see, it's easier to notice. With the 4 hour time frame, that's also very, very doable. But 1 hour for me is better, and also the entry will be based on CISD. I've remembered the term that I failed to recall at the outset of this video. So CISD model of entry, which is change in state of delivery. I hope you've had a good understanding of my trading journal as I progress, and I shall definitely keep you posted with videos in the upcoming future, hopefully daily. Take care and see you soon.